German brands including Audi, Mercedes-Benz and BMW are the backbone of the Frankfurt show, of course. But this year, they're thinking about a lot more than just the local market. Audi, for example, is showcasing its latest e-tron model, with plans to sell it in China as early as the beginning of next year. The company recorded an annual sales decline of 1.9% in China in the first 5 months of this year, but even though that turned into 22.5% growth in June, the carmaker is still facing an overall slowdown. It's hoping that China's NEV market is the answer, as China accounts for roughly 40% of its global sales.
Electrification is all over the place, and China is really on the forefront of it. So that's why we're also introducing the e-tron. I think, if you see our strategy has 4 pillars, one of them is sustainability, one of them is going electric. China is for us the single biggest market we have. So in the end of the day, electrification in China is priority number 1.
Nevertheless, Audi, along with other brands, is finding its efforts with electric vehicles are coming amid a worldwide cooling in the sector. According to Bloomberg, July marked the first annual drop in NEV sales globally, down 14%, with some of the biggest declines taking place in China, which is not only the biggest market for new energy cars, it's also the biggest producer. China's sales continued falling in August when they slid another 15.5%, following the phasing out of subsidies from the central and local governments. So, is this a good time for the brands to announce new NEV models?
I believe it's a really good timing. You have different chances of designing a vehicle. The vehicle is setting new standards in terms of interior, in terms of connectivity. So that's something where we will see more. And there's one more point, a lot of investments are made. And if you make these kind of big investments, those car companies want to make sure that they see return on those investments. So that's why I believe we'll definitely see more growth in EVs globally, but in particular here in China.
Hacker says he remains optimistic about supply of electric vehicles in China, given that the government has ordered car makers selling more than 30,000 gasoline-powered cars every year to start including NEVs in their production plans. And on the demand side, things seem to pick up as well. The State Council published 20 measures to encourage consumption last month, and that included providing support for NEV buyers in some areas. Domestic brands like BYD and BAIC are still dominant, but other producers are joining in. 79 Chinese car makers, mostly small to medium-sized ones, attended the Frankfurt exhibition this year, the most of any country participating. Yuan ICS for CGTN, Shanghai.